Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're Box Sleep Reviews, and today we're excited to dive into the Dawn House Copper Hybrid in a split king setup. Let's jump in. Most plush mattresses do one of two things. They keep you cool or they hold their shape. This one is supposed to do both. So I slept on it for 30 nights straight. And in this setup, a full split king with the ErgoMotion ErgoSportive adjustable base. I also found the answer to two of the biggest concerns couples have about split kings: the gap, and whether the person next to you in the morning at 2 a.m. actually wakes you up. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you will know whether this mattress and this setup is right for your sleep. Let's get into it. Quick context before we dive in. At Box Sleep Reviews, we do not do first night takes. Every mattress we review gets a minimum of 30 nights before we share our conclusions. Today's review is a system review: two Dawn House Copper Hybrid Plush Twin XL mattresses on the ErgoMotion ErgoSportive adjustable base in a full split king configuration. Split king setups are something we historically avoided because of two concerns. First, the gap between mattresses, and second, whether two independent mattresses would actually isolate motion better or worse than a single king. We built the 30-night trial around answering both of those questions directly. The ErgoSportive is ErgoMotion's recovery-focused smart base. Biometric sleep tracking, automatic anti-snore response, zero gravity positioning, and programmable massage. In a split king configuration, it runs fully synced as one unit, or it can be set as two completely independent sides. That flexibility is the core value for couples. Now, let me show you what is inside this mattress, because in a split king, the construction matters twice. You need a mattress that performs on its own and one that holds its integrity right at the inner edges where the two sides meet. From the top, 3 inches of copper gel-infused memory foam, your first line of cooling. Below that, 2 inches of ridge foam, a transition layer that prevents that slow sinking quicksand feeling. Then, the standout feature for this split king application: a patented 3 by 3 inch perimeter edge support foam layer. Actual dedicated foam reinforcement around the entire border. Underneath, 8 inches of individually encased pocket coil springs with additional foam side perimeter support, sitting on top of a 1-inch memory foam base. 14-inch profile total. The reason the edge support layer matters in a split king: the inner edges facing each other are just as reinforced as the outer edge. That is what solved the gap concern, and it also contributes directly to the motion isolation story, which I am getting to shortly. The first thing I noticed on night 1, and it was still true on night 30, this mattress feels cool to the touch. The copper-infused foam is thermally conductive. It moves heat away from the body rather than trapping it. Combined with the breathable hybrid coil system, the surface stayed noticeably cooler throughout the first 3 to 4 hours of sleep consistently across the 30 nights. Not neutral, like actually a few degrees below room temperature when you press your hand flat on the surface. If you are a hot sleeper who has written off Plush mattresses because they trap heat, this one breaks that pattern. And in the split king context, each side has its own independent airflow through its own coil system. If one of you sleeps hot and the other does not, you are each in your own thermal environment. Plush mattresses fail in one of two ways: too soft and you lose spinal alignment, and too firm, and you lose the pressure relief you were shopping for. After 30 nights, this mattress stayed in that sweet spot. The overall feel sits in the plush to medium plush range. Real pressure relief at the shoulders and hips, with the coil system underneath preventing excessive sink. You are cradled, but not swallowed. Combination sleepers will appreciate the responsiveness. Repositioning is easy. There is no wrestling match with the mattress at 3 a.m. After 30 nights, spinal alignment felt consistent. That is the real test, not night 1, night 30. Edge support is where I expected this mattress to be the weakest. More importantly for this setup, the inner edges where the two mattresses meet show the same stability. No roll off, no soft spot at the seam. That patented perimeter foam layer is doing real structural work. It is also the reason the motion isolation test results are as strong as they are. You will see that in the next section. Now, before we get into the split king gap question, there is a performance metric that measures just as much for couples and almost never gets tested properly: motion isolation. I want to show you two versions of this test back to back. Now, here's the same test in the split king setup. Wine glass on the one side and medicine ball on the other. Check it out. So you're getting two layers of motion isolation here. The mattress itself performs well on a single surface, and the split king setup adds a second layer that essentially eliminates cross transfer entirely. If movement sensitivity is a factor in your household, this is the section to show your partner. All right, so everyone wants to know the gap. Let's talk about it. Two separate twin XL mattresses side by side, and the assumption that at some point during the night they drift apart and you end up sinking in the middle. Is there a visible seam when the bed is unmade? Yes. Two different things manage it effectively. One is a king size fitted sheet keeps both mattresses together and makes the seam nearly invisible.